morning. We'll call the meeting to order. Please join me in Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're going to start off with the years of service recognition this morning. Today we have recognizing someone for 30 years of public service, Janine Stevens with the clerk's office. Is Janine in here? Oh, I can't see. I'm. Yes, there she is. Janine, come forward. As they file out, I've skipped over a fact that we need to take a moment of silence for reflection this morning, please. Thank you. We have a number of minutes to approve from April 28th, April 28th working session, and April 30th workshop.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes of April 28th, 2026, April 28th, 2026 working session, April 30th, 2026 workshop.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We have a number of public requests for discussion. The first being Nancy Watson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I don't know if this is on. Is it?
Yes.
Is it on? Okay. Good morning, commissioners.
Good morning.
When I spoke with you after last week's workshop, I reaffirmed my invitation for you to visit my family property. One of you expressed concerns over the appropriateness of such a visit. Two of you have accepted my invitation, but sadly, to date, neither has set a time or a date. A visit would be only for information gathering on your part. Please consider seeing some of the properties in Franklin County near the proposed data centers. Try to see yourselves in our position. No one wants a data center next door or in their backyard. I understand the commissioner job is part-time. I know you're very busy. You visited Altoona, Iowa, and Loudoun County, Virginia, specifically Ashburn, to tour data centers. Were you able to talk with some of the people living next to or near the data centers? So, why do I keep asking you? The three of you commissioners will soon be making potentially life-changing decisions for our county. Farmland is at risk. Families may lose their peaceful rural lifestyle, not only by years of construction, but also by years of hyperscale data center operations. The promised rewards may or may not be realized after Chapter 100 tax abatements, pilots, TIFs, and sales tax exemptions. The only sure rewards will come to those who will sell their land when rezoned to the developers for exorbitant profit. We've been told you do not want to receive research developed using AI. Then why do we need hyperscale data centers in Franklin County if the research is not valid? We've been told we're misinformed. If so, please inform us with expert studies from the Department of Natural Resources, the Conservation Commission, and MoDOT. Have these environmental studies been done? If not, why not? As the 5/18/26 meeting approaches, there's confusion over the process. We've been advised that we must bring material for the record to the planning director by 4:30 p.m. this Thursday, so the material can be placed in the commissioners' packets. Is it possible to extend this deadline by an additional day or two, perhaps Friday or Monday of next week? As a reference, an extension for submission was given by the Planning and Zoning Commission from March 6th to March 9th, 2026, prior to the
Your time,
3/17/26 hearings.
Nancy, your time's expired.
Okay, I have a couple more questions, but I'm going to give you a copy. And they're questions that I would hope that maybe by the end of the meeting, we could get answers to. I understand you
Thanks.
won't answer me now. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Roxanne Nicodemo. Thanks.
Ready?
Yes, go ahead, proceed.
Okay. Little background. I know I had talked to a few of you, but growing up, I had grown up in Catawissa my whole life. I got my bachelor's in bio because I love Earth. I love everything plant-wise. I grew up next to beautiful land, and my grandfather bought 375 acres out in Fredericktown. We were going there every weekend, float trips. Love nature. Money comes and goes. Nature does not. And I implore you to do the research that this will directly affect the environment. Directly. And then I had some questions real quick. I know you can't answer them, but I'm going to read them. I would like the commissioners to explain how the meeting time, hard sign and cutoff are reasonable convenience to the public under Missouri Sunshine Law, Section 610.020. Public meetings are supposed to be held at place reasonable accessibility to the public and at the time reasonable convenient to the public, unless good cause makes the impossible or impractical. So I am asking that you please explain on record how you feel the current schedule May 18th hearing is reasonably convenient for the entire public. Question 2, I would specifically like to know, when we refer to the tax structure in the 80-20 allocation, are you referring to the statute 144.810, statute 100.050, a proposed Chapter 11 pilot agreement, or separate development agreement? Question 3, why have we not retained an external law firm that is familiar with the magnitude of this situation to represent the best interest of us, the people? Like I said, money comes and goes. The environment doesn't. We only got one Earth. And I know a lot of the conversations I've had with you, commissioners, the only concern is money. And I haven't heard anything that you represent us. All the conversations I've had with you, it's been money. I won't sign my name to this because of this amount of money. I won't sign my name to this because this isn't right. But we're not looking at the bigger picture. And then the Altoona, or however you say the data center that you visited, was beautiful, gorgeous on the inside. But I am never going to see the inside of a data center. I am only going to see the outside. In looking at the videos of what you visited, it looks like death on the outside. all the trees are dying. There's
Roxanne,
no
your
grass.
time has expired.
Okay. I just, environment matters, not money.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Ann Hayden.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's pretend for a minute that we can fast forward to the future. Does the land look useful? Do your grandchildren have jobs, or did AI replace them? How's the water supply? Is the air polluted? Think about your grandchildren. Are you really comfortable having them live next to a data center? Is Shaw's Nature Reserve still beautiful? A place of solace? Is it green and growing? Data centers do not belong on farmland. They don't belong near established residential properties. Zoning and land use regulations should prevent incompatible uses next door to each other. Do not change the rules to fit big data center agendas. Are you commissioners taking our concerns seriously, or has the talk of money blinded you? Where are the answers to the concerns that have been voiced? Have you heard us? AI is not the solution to mankind's problems. It creates issues that we've only seen from Hollywood. Enemy of the state, the net, any of those ring any bells? I met a man on Saturday. He stopped to tell us about his data center story. The labor force will not be local. The developer will bus in workers. The money they make won't stay here. After all, who wants to live next to a data center? Do you, Mr. Schatz, Mr. Overschmidt, Mr. Cox? I know I don't want to. I'm opposed to any rezoning for data centers and to changes in the land use regulations to permit them. How will history remember you? Did you stand with the citizens? Be sure to tell your grandchildren how you justified those. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Dean Steiger.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last week, I discussed that several things on these data centers, especially large ones, are not required. Water, for instance. There's other cooling sources besides water, which would protect wells, groundwater, and aquifers. The other thing we talk about is power on site. And the reason that's important is not to raise the rates of the local community. And I'm talking about the entire region, because there's only one supplier of power in the region. Having an on-power site helps protect the increase of rates. Noise pollution can be eliminated, greatly reduced by these changes. Many data centers, to my knowledge, have not applied that, but the technology is there. The other thing is, when they talk about these are all created by renewable sources, agricultural sources, that would stabilize prices for agricultural products and keep it within our continent. The other thing that's unmeasurable, that hasn't been measured, is the job creation. We talk about job loss, but there is a lot of job creation that will happen. One thing that we have just started last week, and that's reaching agreements with several higher institutions to measure the data centers that they have on their campuses. And there's other measurables besides power, water, and noise that are health threatening. And we plan to have full disclosure of those areas, that because data centers not only give off noise, they give off other I better be careful with this, other issues to the general public that can be controlled and eliminated and made safe. I don't know that we're, in some of these areas, we're quite there yet, but that's the purpose of working with some of the higher institutions and measuring these things and having full disclosure to the general public. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Next is Jeff Hayden.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Jeff.
So the master plan, as I understand it, took 3 years for them to put it all together. And what it's going to take a couple months for it to be destroyed. The land use regulations, you're just going to change them to suit whatever it is you're wanting to do. So I'm hoping that y'all are thinking about your grandkids, even your kids, if you have any. I don't know. But this AI data center is going to affect a lot of people. Everybody. So you guys have the power to stop this. Please exercise your power and stop it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Next is Corbett Shannon.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Morning.
Gentlemen, public office is a solemn trust. It is a trust that's placed in you by the people of this county who will live with the consequences of your decisions long after this moment has passed. The matters before you are not routine, they are not temporary, and they are not easily undone. They will shape the land, the character, and the future of Franklin County for generations. Therefore, the question before you is not merely procedural, they are moral. Will this commission act in a way that preserves the integrity of this county, or will it allow this county to be fundamentally altered without the full faith and confidence of its people? Once trust is broken, it is not easily restored, if ever. As Benjamin Franklin reminded us, well done is better than well said. That principle is simple and it endures because it is true. This is not a moment for assurances. It is a moment for action for the people. Public service, gentlemen, is not a closed table. The people of this county are not participants to be managed, and they are the very authority from which your office derives. This moment calls for visible openness. Please be open with us. Honorable leadership is simply not passive, it is deliberate. You have the opportunity to ensure that decisions of this magnitude are made only after the public has been fully informed, fully heard, and fully respected. Please embrace this opportunity. Gentlemen, there comes a point in public service when silence is no longer neutral, when the question becomes personal. Will I go along, or will I stand up most when it matters most? This is that exact moment. Please stand up for the people of this great county. If these proposals are truly in the best interest for Franklin County, they will withstand scrutiny. If they are not, then no process, however efficient, will justify their approval. I ask you, not as an adversary, but as a citizen, gentlemen, please, slow this process, open it fully, hold the town halls that have not been held, and answer the questions that have not been answered. Because once this decision is made, it will no longer belong to you, it will belong to history. And history will not ask what was convenient, it will ask what was right. Years from now, the details of this moment will indeed fade, but one thing will remain. Whether you stood with the people of this county or apart from them, this is your opportunity to lead with integrity, to act with courage, and to leave behind a decision that you can defend not only politically, but personally. Gentlemen, to serve with honor and earn the trust that you have been given. I am praying for each of you daily that you will do the right thing, protect this county, protect these people, and say no to these monstrosities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Twyla Ashworth.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We've asked questions and have been told we are not going to answer questions. Yet, we are told we are misinformed. Emails have been sent to each of you, yet we have received no responses. The only statements we have heard of is about the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we're going to get millions. So let's talk about the money. Any good salesperson will give a great sales pitch to get what they want. They manipulate, tell half-truths, and sometimes outright lie. Again, the pursuit is to get what they want, and both Provident and Beltline have made lots of promises about money. Frankly, I do not believe the money is going to be there. Think about this. When Missouri eliminates the state income tax, I believe that money will go to the state coffers and not to Franklin County. Missouri will not make up the loss in revenue through sales tax only. Sales tax alone will not make up the loss of revenue. People will cut back on their spending. Remember the gambling money that was supposed to go to our schools? That was a promise made that did not give the schools the windfall they were promised. And how do I know that? I've worked for 30 years for 2 different school districts, and I can tell you for a fact, I did the budget for the schools, and the windfall was not there for the schools from the gambling money. Add to the fact that each of these developments will be getting all kinds of tax abatements, tax incentives, tax increment financing, pilots, and who knows what other kinds of financial incentives. These data center developers are in it to make money for themselves, not to give it to our county, nor to our schools, our fire department, nor any other entity that we think will be getting the money. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Thomas Crouch.
Well, good morning again.
Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen of Franklin County Commission.
Morning.
Let's start with a little reading from Poor Richard. Many would live by their wits, but will break for want of stock. So tax revenue on this, I was looking up through Gateway Digital Campus's website, and they had something, Magnum Economics, where they kind of placed Wisconsin in conjunction with our rural landscape taxing structure and vice versa. Where's this $50 to $200 million in tax revenue coming from? Because they're saying the local entities are only receiving $600,000. There's a couple zeros missing off of that. Additionally, with all the tax abatements and things of that nature, you're looking at 15-year sales tax, utility tax, and fuel tax. Being a small business owner, I wish I had that luxury, and I'm sure there's about 3,400 other businesses here that wish they could have that luxury as well. Yes or no? I mean, it'd be nice. Looking at that aspect of it, the acreage usage and all that, that ain't good. That's only looking at about $1,600 an acre with usage. You can get more out of that with the White Castle using half an acre to an acre of property. Taxing districts, is there going to be any conflicts with St. Louis Community College over this? School districts within the county, are we going to see a huge influx go to Pacific, Merrimack Valley school districts because, hey, they're getting more tax revenues off the property tax? I already went over the 15-year fuel stuff. The meeting time on the 18th, is that just one single meeting for this whole entire measure, or are we going to have a couple more? Because me personally, I won't be able to make it. I'm going to be up in Knob Noster doing some other stuff to bring in sales tax revenue for the state. I'd like to talk about generally landfill as well. What's going on with that situation? Have any of y'all sent testimony up to the state yet to see what we could do to rectify this? I know it isn't on the current commission, it ain't on the county, it's on a gentleman who fled the county, or fled the country. But either which way, the longer we hold up on that, the more costly it's going to get. So, and then another question I have on that is, how do we end up selling that? Well, we could talk about this after the fact. I'll close with another reading from Poor Richard. Rob not God, nor the poor, lest thou ruin thyself. The eagle snatched a coal from the altar, but it fired her nest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Rachel Maxwell.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I would like to talk about the health effects of the data center. I also heard that we've been told that we're misinformed and we have given nothing but accurate information. I have something that I sent to you three commissioners from the Jefferson County Health Department. We can't get one from Franklin County because of something with the budget. I asked for us to get a study done, but something with the budget won't allow us. So I grabbed Jefferson County's, and the health effects of this are just staggering. The overview, it says, data centers offer a combination of economic opportunities and significant environmental, health, and infrastructure challenges. While they can generate tax revenue, create jobs, and attract technology investment, they may also pose risks related to air quality, water consumption, noise pollution, and power grid stability. This report summarizes the primary impacts and key considerations for communities evaluating new or proposed data center projects. Its purpose is to provide guidance to decision makers and residents as they discuss the potential construction of a data center in their area. I don't understand why impact studies are not being done. It's probably money, just no one wants to pay for it, no one wants to hear the bad answers. And to me, that signals that these data centers are more important than your constituents, and that is not right. There are 3 pages of this with footnotes. I'll give the brief descriptions, then if I have time, go into it. Air quality and respiratory health. It has indirect pollution, preventative measures, water security and quality, and noise and physical disturbance. We've talked about the water a lot, not about the air. There's diesel generator emissions, and it says data centers may contribute to local air pollution through direct and indirect emissions. The diesel, the nitrous oxide, particulate matter, the testing outages, emissions can be significant. Health risks. And this is all what you're asking us to put up with. The nitrous oxide, the fine particulate matter, linked to asthma, lung cancer, cardiovascular disease. Says about strengthening the standards, providing more regulation. Nitrogen dioxide, NO2, is defined as a highly reactive, reddish-brown toxic gas. Like, there's a whole bunch of information here. I feel like we need to have more of a town hall meeting, like people have been saying, to get questions, to get answers, to get assurances if it is about the money, and if they are going to help us, how. Put that on paper to where it can be proven. It'll hold up if it's true. And about the meeting on Monday, yeah, we need more than one meeting. We need a separate time. We need options. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Next, Darlene Hogue.
You say that you have visited a data center. Was it working? To full capacity, functioning, hyperscaled data center, like the 2 which are being proposed? If not, you wasted your time and money. In reality, it is the residents who have done thorough research and presented all our findings to you. We expect you to defend us and protect us, our way of life, our health, our well-being of our environment, and our future. If these hyperscale data centers are so great and wonderful, why is every county in the state of Missouri fighting against them? Ferguson, St. Charles, Festus, and the list goes on. What about other states which are fighting to keep out data centers, solar farms, and wind turbines? They are not misinformed. It is because they know what we know, and they choose to refuse to be hooked by taking the money bait. Developers are sweeping in like vultures, all for money that they will make, not for the financial benefit of the state, county, or residents. Remember, the developers are not the end users of these data centers. So how can developers promise this windfall of money? Once these centers are constructed, the promises made will be gone as well. I hope each of you will come to the same realization. There is no financial stability of revenue in the end. I hope you will seriously take into consideration all the research, the statements, the information, and concerns being presented to you today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
David Crows. Crows?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
My name is David Cruz. I'm president of West Spring Valley. It's at the intersection of Highway C and YY. I know that my vice president has been here. Gentlemen, I've been president for 2 years. Before that, our president was a joke, so was the board. I've implored a whole new board, and the property out there is just atrocious. We put in paperwork for county inspections to come out, check out the properties. I mean, there's trash, junk cars everywhere. We actually have people living in campers, which I know is against county policy. We check the properties. They may have electric, some don't, but we know that there is no septic or water on these properties. We've actually had they try to make it a tiny home removed for that simple fact. But we have not had any more progress from the paperwork that we've turned in to have these properties inspected and or you guys find them and take them to court so we could testify to help get these properties cleaned up. Our other issue is that we have had the sheriff's department out there twice for our meetings. I called and talked to Sheriff Pelton. And I've given them plenty of notice, gentlemen, for the meetings, for them to come out. I get an excuse, well, I have something planned for that weekend with family or whatever. I'm sorry, I can't make it. So he has sent out Sergeant Perkins twice. Okay? We've had them out there for numerous calls. I mean, we've had felony property damage. We have it documented. It's on video. Everything that they need, but nothing is getting prosecuted. Our association has spent over $10,000, gentlemen, to get a subject removed from the valley. It was a court order from Judge Helfrich. He was caught in the subdivision. Numerous witnesses. We called the sheriff's department. They could not find it in the system. I'm like, we have it documented. Well, it needs to be in our system. Well, somehow there's a separate entity for their CAD system, if you know what CAD is. They did not check that. So we're at wit's end. We don't know what to do. We cannot get any help from the sheriff's department whatsoever. So I implore when they come to you for raises, maybe you need to take all this into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is David.
Giesecke.
What is it?
Giesecke.
Okay, thank you.
It's a German name.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Dave Giesecke. I'm vice president of Whispering Valley Lakes as well. And I have been here before addressing this committee about the same things that David Cruz just talked to you about. We have had sheriff department called numerous times. The latest has been, they have told me, I called last week one day to have an abandoned automobile and trailer that it was on towed away. And I was told that they don't do that anymore. They don't go on public property, private property anymore. When did that start? Okay. I'm like, I was frustrated. Okay. So, wow, what am I supposed to do? Look at this albatross, for the next 5 months or whenever they decide to move it? I mean, all we want from the county is a little help cleaning up this community. We pay taxes here just like everybody else does. We don't get our roads done. We do them ourselves. I'm wondering myself, what in the world am I paying taxes for? I get nothing. We get nothing out there. I don't have any kids in the school district. I don't have any grandkids in the school district. Yet my tax dollar, $1,200 a year, goes to schools. Fine, I don't care. But on the other side of the coin, when we ask for help and we ask for justice, we expect it. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is John Rose.
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm asking you to urgently evaluate the profound public health threats associated with the construction and the operation of these two massive data centers in our area. The highest levels of federal health agencies are now raising some alarms regarding the biological impact of these facilities on the surrounding communities. And as local leadership, you must act to protect our citizens before permanent harm is done. As our local representatives, your primary duty is to safeguard the health, safety, and well-being of the people in Franklin County. We cannot allow our county to become a testing ground for industrial tech expansion while we're having federal agencies are actively investigating this horrendous and grave risk to our public. I urge you to immediately halt the expansion of these data centers in our community. Protect our community's health must become before technological sprawl. Make the decision for the good of the rural people in our community. Please keep Franklin County rural to protect our family farms, our endangered species, the Merrimack River, Shaw's Natural Reserve, and communities like I live in. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Rose. I believe that ends the request for public comment this morning. We have a number of action items before the commission this morning. The first being Commission Order 2026-117, the execution of Emergency Management Performance Grant Sub-Recipient Award with the State Emergency Management Situation.
Make a motion, we approve Commission Order 2026 TAC 117.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You've approved Commission Order 2026-117. Next is Commission Order 2026-118. It's the execution of a memorandum of understanding with the City of New Haven.
Make a motion, we approve Commission Order 2026 TAC 118.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You've approved Commission Order 2026-118. Next is Commission Order 2026-119, approving a quote from A&W Communications to purchase equipment to extend radio coverage for the Franklin County 911 services.
I'll make a motion we approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You've approved Commission Order 2026-119. Commission Order 2026-120 is renewing janitorial supplies bid number 2025-14.
I'll make a motion we approve that.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You've approved 2026-120. Commission Order 2026-121 is awarding Civic Plus the single source provider to provide certain suite of web services for the IT department.
Make a motion, we approve Commission Order 2026 TAC 121.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You've approved Commission Order 2026-121. Commission Order 2026-122 is the execution and approving the road use for the Rally for Charlie Poker Run.
Make a motion, we approve Commission Order 2026 TAC 112.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You've approved 2026-122. Next is Commission Order 2026-123, a resolution supporting the City of St. Clair in its efforts to designate an opportunity zone.
I'll make a
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You've approved Commission Order 2026-123. And then finally is Commission Order 2026-124 is a proclamation recognizing Miriam Weisman.
You want to read that proclamation, or?
Let me get to it here. Hang on just a minute. I will read the proclamation. It says, whereas the citizens of Franklin County take great pride in recognizing individuals who have reached significant milestones in their lives, contributing to the rich history and character of our community, and whereas Miriam Weisman was born on Tuesday, April 26, 1916. Let me say that again, April 28, 1916. has been a witness to 11 decades of extraordinary global change from the dawn of the aviation age to the digital revolution. And whereas she has reached the age of 110 years and is rare and a remarkable achievement, placing Mrs. Weisman among an elite group of super centenarians who serve as a living bridge to our past and inspire inspiration for our future. And whereas throughout her long and fruitful life, Miriam has demonstrated the values of hard work, resilience, and dedication to family, community, and that define the spirit of Franklin County. And whereas her life represents a century of wisdom during which she offered guidance and witness to the growth of generations of her family and neighbors. Therefore, be it resolved that the County Commission of Franklin County, Missouri, that we hereby extend our most sincere congratulations, warmest birthday wishes to Miriam Weisman on the grand occasion of her 110th birthday, honor her for a life well lived, expressed our deepest respect for perspective and heritage she continues to share with the people of Franklin County. Therefore, be it resolved, the County Commission, Missouri, ordered this proclamation spread upon the records of Franklin County and a copy delivered to Miriam Weisman.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We approve Commission Order 2026-124.
And I'd like to thank Jeff in the Missourian article for bringing that to our attention.
Do we have any elected official or departmental reports today? Seeing none. Any further commission discussion?
Not I.
Nope.
Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We adjourn. Thank you.